I'm so glad to be here. This is great. I had such a crazy day. It started out this morning. I went to the gynecologist. Nothing was wrong. I just felt the need to open up to someone. And then my darling boyfriend, Vinny, he drove me home. Now, I've been with this guy for 30 years, not married, but we haven't spoken for the last 10. This guy is a man of a few words, like about 20 a day. And sometimes he doesn't even meet his minimum daily requirement. I say to him, Vinny, why don't you talk to me? And he says, I know you hate being interrupted. Blames it on me, you know? So I said, I have to teach this guy how to talk more. Okay. I said, listen, Vinny, this is how we'll do it. I'm going to give you a compliment, and then you give me one. I'll start first. Vinny, you are so handsome. And he says, I've always been handsome. Okay, now pause. Vinny, it's your turn. Pause. You look nice. You know, they say opposites attract, but they do not tell you that then they repel. Now, when we first met, we were perfect opposites. I talked and he listened. I told jokes and he smiled and nods his head. And then I realized the guy was half deaf. I said, Vinny, why are you only wearing one hearing aid? And he says, so I can only hear you half the time. Drove me berserk. So, anyway, is he here? I'm very nervous now. It took me a lot of years to find him, believe me. So then, one day though, he really did come up with 2 words. He said, Taffy, I'm leaving. What? You're leaving? Could you fill me in a little? You have a snort so loud that I haven't slept for the last 15 years. I said, please, listen, do not leave. I'm going to go to one of those sleep clinics where I have to sleep there all night long and they will fix this. Okay. So I go there. I don't pack pajamas. I pack party clothes. Because I know they observe you all night. They observe you all night, and I wanted to look as attractive as possible. So the doctor gives me the results. You have severe sleep apnea. You must wear this mask for the rest of your life, every night. I was a little concerned how this would affect my sex life. But it turned out, my boyfriend Vinny said, I'm aroused. I always had kind of kinky thoughts for Hannibal Lecter. So, let me take this off, please. So, anyway, I came home and sure enough, the snoring stopped. Everything was fine. The guy didn't leave, but he did retire, which was good for me because he was around kind of on an on-call basis. Before, when he used to work, if something was wrong, I had to call him up. He was a counselor in a prison. So I used to call him up, Vinny, I can't change the channel. He'd say, Taffy, I'm helping a murderer. I'll call you back. I said, you don't understand. This is an emergency. I have to watch The View. So now, I retired, okay? So I retired, and there was only one thing left on my bucket list. Stand-up comedy, okay? So I got with my darling friend Geraldine to check out one of those open mic comedy nights, okay? So we look around, and everybody in the room looks like they're between the ages of 20 and 20. And now the MC spots us. He says, you see these two women over here? They came to go to the music upstairs, but when they saw the steps, they said, forget it. He says, we have to give them a hand because all night they did not pee. He says, and I hope that next week you ladies come back. That is, if you can find the place. Right? He was so rude. So anyway, so the following week we did go back, and I went on stage, and I said, you know, you people here think just because you're young and you do drugs that you're so cool. Well, I do drugs too. Only Medicare pays for mine.